Do you want to come on a ramble with me? We're going to be talking about the energy today, pulling some cards and seeing what we need to talk about. If you feel called to, maybe stick around. And I mean, if not, maybe do something else. I personally think you should stay here, but that's just me. Now, I don't really know what it is we're actually going to be talking about today. I actually have a deck that's going to help with that. So as we are right now, I don't know what's going to come up, which is actually kind of exciting. Do you know what's going to come up? So what is that deck I was talking about? Now, I've had the pleasure of working with this deck for quite some time. It's a really, really delicate one, but it can go for the jugular if it needs to. This is the Moonology Messages by Yasmin Boland, and it might not be the only deck that we use today, but we'll see. What is it that we're going to be chatting about today? So the Moonology Messages Oracle. I've got a feeling it's going to be an interesting subject. I wonder, what is it that we need to talk about on the ramble today? What do we need to discuss? What do we need to know? I quite like doing these open rambles. I really enjoy just keeping it flowing, free to whatever needs to come up. But it's always something good that does come up, isn't it? Always something interesting. Let's find out. Is that 3? Our first card. Okay. That is a good subject to talk about today. I've got a feeling that these chats are going to be very needed because we're talking about support, we're talking about mystery, we're talking about signs. It's going to be a good one. Come on. It's quite cool, isn't it? Definitely need to try building one of these at some point. Now, before we do anything today, I need to let off a bit of steam, which means climbing some trees. Only a little bit. Whee! Nah, this one's not giving me the buzz. I think we need to go higher. Almost fell off. Let's find ourselves a bigger tree. Has that literally just moved it in the way of my shot? I want to just briefly touch on the first card that we've got, support. Because the ramble that we done a couple of weeks ago, it talked all about healing. It talked about the progress that you've already made, the steps that you've already taken. I feel like the energy it's very similar to that. Now, these cards are talking about something a little bit different, but they still touch on the same energy. Yeah, definitely just going to give this a quick climb. Oh. Support is a funny word, isn't it? Because sometimes we know when we need support. Kind of like I know I need this hand. But it's also one of those things that we very rarely acknowledge when we desperately need it. Sometimes we know, I need to put a hand here to stay safe. But what if I want to go over there? I mean, what if I want to go over there without support? Well, I don't think I can. I think if I want to carry on, I need help doing it. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that you could definitely do this by yourself. And I think you even know that. But do you have to? Do you have to force yourself to go through that difficulty alone? And yeah, maybe we don't have a lot of people supporting us right now. Maybe all we do have is one helping hand. But that one helping hand can get a lot done. Having that support can get a lot done. The wind agrees. It's one of those things, isn't it? Sometimes we don't see that we need the support until we desperately need the support. And I'm not saying you're at that stage. I'm not saying you can't do this by yourself. All I am saying is that maybe you'll have a lot left over if you did have the help. Right, I'm going to be right back. So what cards did we actually get today? Well, our first card is Moon Cycles. And with this card, we're talking about support. Now, I've already said a little bit on support, so I'm not going to blab too much. But how about our second card? This is Follow the Moon. And it says here, Watch for the signs. So how about that last one? This one is the dark side of the moon, and it talks about mystery. So what do all three of these have in common? Well, they're external. But what exactly do I mean external? Like we talked about in the last ramble, you've really been looking after your energy at the moment, and the reward of that is still coming through. We're entering a real period of integration at the moment, and it makes sense why this energy is asking me to talk about support, looking out for those signs, the overall mystery of things. You have done a fair bit, and if there's still more that you want to do, that's fine. But right now, you might be needing something else. I think you know that. So what are these cards actually asking for? They're asking you to watch. They're asking you to be mindful of your energy at the moment, because there is a lot of mystery moving past us. There's a lot of things happening, both internally and externally, that we just have no control over. We might not know fully what's going on at the moment, how to properly navigate that. And that's what the cards are saying. Be mindful of your energy. And there is one thing I want to mention with that support card. Don't be stubborn. I'm going to be honest, I feel like I'm kind of calling myself out on this one. We can be so stubborn, especially when we need help, but you haven't got to do everything. You haven't got to tell every soul everything, but it is an opportunity to be open, an opportunity to be honest. Can you be honest enough to know when you need support? Can you be honest enough with yourself, but also with them, to communicate that? You haven't got to say everything, but just start talking. You'll be surprised what does actually come out and how different you might feel afterwards. It's always a little bit of a worry when we open up. I can see a dragonfly. It can always be a worry, but trust those people that you're around. Trust the people that love you, the people that want to support you, because there is a lot of mystery. There's a hell of a lot moving around at the moment. I feel like we've had a bit of a game reset. All the tiles are moving, all the pieces are getting reset. And suddenly we look back and it feels kind of like we're at the start of the game again. No, you got certain skills now. You got certain perks, certain abilities, lessons that you've learned. This run is going to be very different. Very, very different. So what about that watching for signs card? I need you to keep an eye out. Now, depending on when you watch this video, actually, the timings don't matter. You're watching this when you're meant to be watching it. So keep your eyes peeled for the next couple of weeks. Now, what those signs are going to talk about is going to be very personal to you. Those signs that you're going to see are going to be very personal to you. They might talk about support, mysteries, things moving that we can't quite see, the way that we are just hoping and praying, yet still taking steps forward. How incredible is that? Yeah, not everything is a sign. We do have to use our discernment. We have to keep a close eye on it, because these signs, they're pointing to something that you're moving through. And again, support. Do you need support in this time? Mystery. Are we expecting something? Are we letting ourselves go with the flow? Or are we trying to force it? Are we trying to shatter that expectation of mystery? Are we being too rigid, too stubborn? Yeah, I get you, I hear you. Maybe. We have to be honest. We have to talk. We have to be open. I need you to trust what's going on right now. And that even if there is nothing happening, if for some reason you feel completely stuck in where you're at right now, trust that. I know it might be a bit of a weird thing to hear. How can you trust being stuck? It's not going to be that way forever. You're not going to feel stuck forever. Maybe in order for you to move forward, you need support. Maybe you need a sign to push you in the right way. Don't be afraid to ask for a sign. Don't be afraid to get that confirmation. But when you see the sign, please notice the sign. This isn't a case that we go, man, I wish I had a sign right now. Can I get another sign for that sign, please? Just so I know, you know? Can I maybe get just one more? Don't be like that. I know it's not always easy to be able to tell what is a sign, what isn't a sign, but please do trust if you're asking for them. It's okay to ask for confirmation, but at some point you have to accept that that message, that sign, is meant for you. But I do feel like there is something else. I got my self-care cards. It's a great little oracle deck by Cheryl Richardson. Really simple, easy, nice. Is there a way we can give ourselves a little bit of self-care right now? What self-care do we need to focus on? Because asking for support, not always easy. Watching out for signs, not always easy. Dealing with the mystery, certainly not easy. I wonder if there is a way that we can give ourselves a little extra. Why does that seem so fitting? Risk. It says take a chance. Every risk is a success when you're committed to learning and growth. It's funny that, isn't it? Take a risk. Think whenever we do something outside of our comfort zone. That is a bit of a risk. And I need you to see it as a risk. Like this card says, there's no such thing as failure when all we're aiming to do is learn and grow. There's nothing we can really do wrong, nothing we can mess up, because there's always something to learn. Whether that's, okay, I need to talk to my friend again, I need that person's support. Maybe it's trusting that something is there when you can't see it. Maybe it's knowing that actually somebody's still around you, looking out for you, giving you signs, little nudges to keep on moving. There is a risk for you to take here, but you can't fail. There's no such thing. There's only lessons and growth. It's beautiful, that, isn't it? I think it's something that we all forget. This is why we do those reminders. Thank you for coming out on a ramble with me today. I'm really enjoying the supportive energy of these cards at the moment. And this time, it's a really interesting time to be in. I hope you can see the good that you're doing. And if you need support, that's okay. If you're trusting mysteries, you're amazing. And if you're looking out for those signs, thank you. I don't need you to do much from here on. I just need you to be honest. I need you to be open. Support is there if you need it. That support never left. Thank you for coming on this ramble with me. The energy here with us today, it's beautiful. Now, I'm going to go climb a few more trees. Maybe keep my eye out for a sign or two. This one, I won't ignore. Do you hear that? Oh, I'll see you in the next one.